What's up, guys? It is Pt.1, and I am here with finally another video. I know I've gotten so many messages saying, when are you going to make a video? When are you going to make a video? Well, here's my video. This is only going to be a haunt review. It is not going to be a detailed video about other things. I will make another one in about a week or so about Empty Grave, more detailed shout-outs as far as haunt people and stuff of that sort. The reason I'm using this format is because with the format that I had with creating like the whole intro and everything, could only upload up to 10 minutes, and I have a lot more to say than that, so bear with me, and we'll try to get this done as fast as we can. So, as you guys knew, I was working Empty Grave with Wyatt and the FM Sliders, and let me just say, if anyone from Empty Grave is watching this, thank you so much for what you guys did. I could see how it's definitely a family there, and I bonded a lot with those guys. I'm going to miss them so much, but they all really support me in going to haunt next year, and I'm going to miss them a lot, though. They were great people. If you're under 18 and you're looking for a haunt to work, look up Empty Grave, because those guys are just awesome. I love them, and I'm going to miss them a lot. And we have clips from working there, too, and we'll probably put that up. So yeah, that's why I wasn't making videos. I had a lot to do. That's why Wyatt only made a couple videos too. We were really packed, and if we weren't doing Empty Grave, we were going to haunt. We went to haunt 3 times this year: opening night, the night after opening night, and then Saturday the 15th. So yeah, let's get to the review. This is the new maps this year. She no longer works, unfortunately. I'm told she was the one on the haunt card for Necropolis. So yeah, I like the new. Let's just step through the map first. I like the new theme. I like the new writing that they have here. It's like electrocuted. I like that. Open up the inside. The warnings, they're always the same. I don't know if you guys really noticed, but if you look throughout the map, the whole map has theming of Necropolis. There is gears throughout the map. So it's themed as if, it's Necropolis, lots of gears and whatnot. Okay. So, I don't know if you guys noticed, but they don't have the beer gardens marked on the map this year. That's a variety of reasons. I'm sure it has to do with making it more family-oriented, and the general manager probably not wanting to promote that as much. I just know they're not marked. So let's do the back really quick. It has the Spurs. Also, Fright Lane was new, which was a front-of-the-line pass for the mazes. It was like something like $50 or something like that, but the Fright Lane, you get to the front of all the mazes. I didn't personally use it, but I know some people who did, and they say it was really cool, so good for them. And also the Hey Mom, I'm on TV for promoting the End Games live stream. So yeah, let's go through the attractions first. First one is Slaughterhouse, and I will read. I know you guys are gonna hate me, but I will read the descriptions for it. So Slaughterhouse. Folks from near and far come a-running for Farmer Willie's barbecue. Take exit I-13 and venture through the Slaughterhouse of Doom. Slaughterhouse, it's one of those mazes. I really actually liked it a lot more this year than I did last year. The talent there was really stellar. They were doing really good. A lot of high energy, actually a lot of really wide open big rooms. I like that. They had a couple new scenes, a dining room scene. They had the sushi bar scene. They took out the freezer scene. So they had pretty big open rooms. I had one guy message me who worked at Exit. He worked the Exit for it, and he actually startled me. He messaged me on YouTube saying, "Oh, it was me. I startled you." So shout out to you. You did really good. I liked it. I could see it being at its end of its haunt career. Of course, it hasn't been. It's been rumored to be replaced. It hasn't been confirmed, but it's been rumored. So we'll see. I could see it being replaced. Would I be sad? I wouldn't be terribly sad, but it did good this year. It very much improved this year. I liked it. So shout out to all you guys that worked Slaughterhouse. So that's Slaughterhouse. Fallout Shelter. Locked in a cement grave for decades under the bowels of the lake, an abandoned government fallout shelter is crawling and with genetic hybrids and toxic mutants. As you guys know, Hot Horror worked in this maze, who are not Scared Farm updaters. They worked in Fallout Shelter, as well as one of my who came to be one of my good friends through Haunt, one of my first people who I think ever subscribed to me on YouTube, Brian Villages, or the LA Pit Fighter. Sorry, he worked it. He worked Exit. I actually sat there and watched him for a little while. He did very, very well, Brian. He's hoping to go to Ghost Town next year. Hopefully, I'll be working with you, Brian. We'll do really good together. Shout out to you. You did really good. From what I saw, it was pretty much the same maze, same layout. It was cool though. Of course, I liked it. Yeah, good job, all you guys in Fallout Shelter. You guys did really good. I had a couple people who worked on Scare Force said it was really fun to work it. So shout out to you guys. So Fallout Shelter, probably coming back next year. I would assume it's only its second year. Lockdown, the Asylum. Insanity reigns supreme in this maniacal nightmare prison. The inmates are out of their cells and out of their minds. Every turn takes you deeper into the danger. There is no escape. Lockdown is gone. It's not coming back for 2012. It is officially gone. I know a lot of you guys are really sad to see that go. I, for one, am one of those people. I've really been indifferent about Lockdown. I've liked it. There's been years I haven't liked it. There's been years I have liked it. I did like it this year. I very much liked it. I don't know if you guys noticed a lot of the time, but it was like, oh, there's always massive lines. But I think that was kind of a trick by Knots. They would take your picture at the entrance, which I thought was really cool. Not only could they take your picture in a maze, but that 2 or 3 seconds to take that picture separated you from the group in front of you. So if you walked at a specific pace, you were kind of in your own group walking through it. So you got a different experience, kind of a by yourself experience, which I really liked. Plus, it created the flow a lot easier in the Delirium. So, but again, it's pretty much the same maze. I saw some new stuff, a couple new things this year that I liked. The execution room with the pews to watch the guy being electrocuted. That was kind of new. I liked it. I like the talent in there. The talent always brings in that maze. I don't know what it is about Lockdown, but the talent is always on their game. Top notch, high intensity, high adrenaline. So shout out to you guys. You guys did amazing. I'm going to be sad to see it go, but I'm sure those Ghost Rider warehouses always spit up something new as far as an awesome maze, so we'll see. Delirium. In the deep recesses of the mind, on the clouded brink of insanity, lies the hellish wasteland of Delirium. Welcome to your worst nightmare. Daniel Miller's creation, of course, the one that's probably been the most hyped up. It was the first new maze announced at March Madness. You know, I like it. I really did like it. The opening night, I personally had a bad experience in that maze because there were some people in front of us who kept stopping to take pictures. But I did not let that get me down. I went through it 2 or 3 more times, and I absolutely adored that maze. I like it a lot. Talent in there was very much on top of their game. You could have walked through that with just the soundtrack without talent, and it would have been extremely creepy. I know multiple monsters I talked to who were just tripped out of that maze, just going through walkthroughs. They were like, they loved that maze, and it scared them a lot. I did like it. I want to give a couple shout outs to Michelle, Cherry Pie. She worked that maze. Her girlfriend worked that maze. Shout out, probably the biggest shout out to Mr. Nelson, Nelson Molina, who is our sliding teacher. If you've ever heard us talk about Mr. Nelson or sliding teacher, or us being sliding students, he was our sliding teacher. He worked in Delirium. He was at entrance or exit actually a lot of the time. He had an old man mask. He had protects for crawling, and he either had a cane with spiders on it or a giant spider. And he did really, really good. He would stand up in the maze, he would stand up on this cabinet and come around the corner really fast at you. Right? He was in the same room as the girl on the bed. And he actually got me. Surprisingly, he is really good. Knowing him in person, he does not seem like someone who would fit that category, but he definitely brings out a whole new side when you work Taunt, and I very much respect him for that. And there was a girl on the top of a wall. There's a hole on the wall who comes through the wall and pops down at you. She put me on my butt. She scared me. Horribly scared me. So I don't know who that is, but shout out to you. You did amazing. You scared me very much. Again, the theming in that maze was spectacular. That's probably the best theming I've seen in a maze so far at Haunt, besides perhaps Mangler's. Doll Factory was very well themed. 13 Acts was very well themed. And so was Virus, but Delirium is just a whole new beast. It is gonna be one for the books, definitely. So I'm gonna go a little bit faster now. I'm running on 10 minutes. I want to bore you guys, but I know you guys will probably sit through it because you love me, and I miss you guys a lot. Don't get me wrong, I love making videos. Terror of London. Step back in time and into the fog-filled streets of London, where villains of the night are terrorizing the townsfolk. Step lively, or you'll fall victim to Jack the Ripper's blade. Terror of London. It's third year. I like it. I like the maze. I honestly got scared way more this year than I did last year. The room right before the sewer room, as you're walking into the sewer room, there's like green lights flashing at you. You can't see the corners of the room because it's very dark. Those people scared me horribly. The last room was cool. Didn't make a whole lot of sense, but I mean, I liked it. The whole maze in entirety was good. I don't have much to say about it, other than it was a very good maze. The talent really brought it this year. I know a couple people left that maze to go into bigger, better things, such as the bartender that was there last year, wasn't there this year. I heard he went to Carnival. I'm not too sure about that exactly, but I know he wasn't there. But the guy who took his place was doing very, very well. And I'll tell you, there's little things creepier than walking at night by yourself with no group in front of you. Just an empty room, walking down that cobblestone street into the front of that maze, having to be filled with fog with just you and your friend. That is probably that sent a chill up my spine. That was very freaky. But shout out to all the talent in there. You guys did very, very well, and I really like the mazes here. And it's not called Tower of London, for all you guys reading the signs. It's Terror of London, not Tower of London. Doll Factory. In an old abandoned factory, the marionette murderer, a psychotic serial killer, turns his beautiful victims into dolls for his collection tour. His tour is twisted museum of death and disfigurement as he tries to escape his maniacal lair. Doll Factory is gone, ladies and gentlemen. It will not be returning for 2011, sadly. Brooke Walters designed this maze. She did an amazing job. I think this was the best year of Doll Factory, besides maybe 2007. I really like Doll Factory. I'm sad to see it go. I know a lot of my friends like Doll Factory. I have a couple friends that are in that maze. Jacob, shout out to Jacob. There was a line monster whose name was Hector. He had like a gas mask. He worked the line in the front room. He scared me horribly. He scared one of Evan, the FM slider. Scared him horribly. We were walking through that maze, and he did a great job. He added me on Facebook. We've been talking. He's a good guy. Can't wait to see him that series. He's hinted on going to Ghost Town, so I hope he gets it. I hope whatever he goes for, he gets. Hope to work with him. That'd be cool. This is probably one of the best soundtracks I've seen in a maze ever. I will miss this maze. I will sincerely miss this maze. It was a really good maze. Again, there wasn't that many new stuff in it, probably because they were scrapping it this year, but I will miss it. It's a very good maze. This is also one for the butts. This will go down in haunt history as an amazing maze. And Wilderness Dance Hall always turns out awesome mazes. You know, Bates, Hatchet High. Hatchet High was one of my all-time favorites. So I'm really excited actually to see what they do next year with the Wilderness Dance Hall. So to all those Doll Factory talent, shout out to you guys. You guys did amazing, and that will be a maze that no one will ever forget is Doll Factory. And I'm glad to say I'm one of those people who went during the full time. I was there when it started. I was there now when it ended. So I'm glad to see that. Dia de los Muertos, Day of the Dead in 3D. It has a really big description, so I don't want to like read the whole entire thing, but I'm sure you guys know it. It's in the bumper cars. They replaced Las Vegas 2 years ago, and you know, it's one of those mazes that is, you know, has some good talent, has some talent who's not all the way there, but it does do pretty good for the most part.